Hello everyone, my name is PPCC and today we'll be taking a look at Forge, a new Steam Greenlight game which combines a first-person shooter-like game with a MMO RPG. So we're going to essentially test drive the game and play a little bit with the Pathfinder class. So without further ado, we're playing some team deathmatch on whatever map this is. And let's get on started. Well, the first thing that you probably noticed is that the Pathfinder class, the one that I'm playing right now, is a light, agile, ranged attack class. The game has quite a little bit of a difficulty curve. You can see that I've got plenty of different weapons that I can use over here on the bottom, or abilities rather, sorry. And the strengths of the Pathfinder is the fact that he can lay down barrages of arrows, and he can also place down traps on the map. I've purposely left the tutorial open because there's quite a lot of different skills that I'll be using in comboing and taking down these enemies. So it'll kind of give me a little bit more time to explain some of the game elements rather than just simply going over the various abilities, which I believe there are 7 of. Yes, there are seven abilities. So currently, this is an alpha fund title. You're not actually getting a full complete title. I just want to make sure that's clear at the moment. The game currently has 5 classes: the assassin, the pathfinder, the shaman, the vanguard, or the knight, I believe, and the pyromancer. Each very distinct and very unique inside their place. Nope, it looks like just team. Or rather, kill steal that person. I hope he doesn't mind. 3 kills in a row. That's nice. So this game, like I said, the learning curve is a little bit steep. I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff that you have to remember for each and every one of the characters. I have a feeling I'm just going to go through this game and take a look at each and every one of the distinct roles of each class, really. In terms of the game's looks and everything, I mean, for a independent studio, I've got to say they've done a terrific job in getting the landscape and everything done. It's very well polished, definitely, and I can see why it's still an alpha, simply because of the lack of content. But all of the polish that went into this game definitely makes up for that. Now, personally, I'm not necessarily sure why, but the arrows inside this game, the projectiles I'm firing, they feel like they are they're not actually hitting my opponent, so to speak. They're more or less following their own trajectory onto the person. Here I'm going to actually fire a special shot at this guy, which will kind of hit him down on the ground. He's an assassin, so he has a wide variety of stealth-based abilities, like that stealth shadow jump thing right there, although I'm not necessarily able to keep up with him. So, uh-oh. The world is getting awfully bleak and dark, which is that's actually a sign of one of their abilities is active. Yeah, there he is. So each class inside this game has one particular role. Like that person right there, his job is to go after the shaman, this short little gnome person, as I like to call him. He is the healer. As the assassin, you're great at picking off people one by one. As the pathfinder, you're more or less the reliable, all-inclusive person. You're definitely able to carry out stuff by yourself, but you're also able to kind of go along on your own ways and pick the opponents out. I'm going to fire that shot thing again that stuns my opponents. Get a nice volley of arrows down. And another opponent is removed. So this is just team deathmatch right now. It's just people fighting each other just for the sake of fighting each other. I've put in like, I don't know, at tops maybe 2 hours into this game already, so I don't necessarily know all that much about the pyromancer, which is obviously the people putting out flame, and the vanguard with a knight. So those two are the classes that I'm not necessarily familiar with, but but I know for sure that Pathfinder is meant to provide a large majority of the damage for the team. As you see there, you also have those traps. I was not very smart and I decided to kind of walk into my opponent's little charade over here. Now, I'm not necessarily sure if you guys are paying attention to the tutorial overview, which actually describes all the different abilities or not, but essentially, your hero comes down to essentially offensive based spells, skill shot based ones such as my V attack, which is the pin foot spell, which will trap them down, and then you've got some AoE spells in which, my case, it's the bombs such as the explosive trap and the little calatrop things. I'll actually show you guys some of the traps inside this game as soon as I get healed by one of these shaman people. Thank you, whoever you are. Give me all of that help. Now, inside a more team-based gameplays, you really want that shaman to be around you. That shaman is the person who keeps the team together. Now, technically, this game, it isn't really a MOBA, although I make that connection where every single person on the team has a role like a MOBA. That's another one of those skill shot abilities. My opponent decided to put that pin foot ability on me. I'll do the same thing to him. Fire a volley of arrows. Oh, this is getting really close. He's just trying to put down a few of those traps to spook me out, but luckily I managed to shoot him before it set off. You know, the one thing I wonder about this game is actually whether or not it has fall damage. No, I guess we won't find out in the near future. So this person is playing a pyromancer, and from what I can tell, just by the person's abilities, it's rather AoE CC type of person, and the vanguard, which is the knight right there, is more or less the tank of the team. Alright, back into the action. One of the unique things that this game does is that it has its own, how should I say this, jumping platformer aspect of it. I'd call it parkour, but it really isn't. But then again, you can't necessarily simulate something like parkour very easily, right? So, for lack of a better term, I guess I'll just call it that. And what it essentially allows us to do is to maneuver through the map very fast. We can actually just run up walls, or go up these walls and get to jump on people. This guy's having a bad day, getting just absolutely pummeled by all of these other teams as members now. In this game, you really want to stick together with your teammates, and paradoxically, I was running the opposite way. And there we go, round 1 out of 2. 9 kills, 1 death, 4 assists. I gotta say, that's not that shabby. Alright, second round as the Pathfinder, so let's play around with the different aspects of the game. I'm going to close down that tutorial menu. I'm going to see if I can remove some of this bottom area. I'm not necessarily sure if that's actually visible on your guys' screens, but there's quite a lot of dead space on my monitor, but then again I'm running at a screen resolution that's not native to my screen, so that might be it. Maybe. Let's get back into the fight. Oh, that was the warm-up round for the second round, I see. Now personally, I didn't play inside the beta in this game, but people can pull out some really cool jumpy moves. Like, I can't do it, but you can jump off... Oh, there we go. There we go. Can I get to the top by doing this? Probably not, so I'm probably just going to come back here and take the peasant route into the battlefield. Alright, now we should be back into the fray. The developers for this game have said that they're going to be adding quite a lot of new maps and different characters to this game. They want to have 12 different classes in total, and I'm not necessarily sure about the amount of oh, I'm stunned again. Of maps. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to lure this vanguard into me, or get one of these people to run over here, stack some traps on this one particular spot, and see where are all of the people. There we go. That's exactly what I had wanted. Too many stuns. Yikes. It's a good thing we have the AoE attack. We can launch a barrage of arrows, but for this guy is one of the heavier classes. It's actually it is the heaviest class inside the game right now, so this guy will be fairly difficult to deal with, especially with all of this. He has a lot of things that make him invincible for a short amount of time. It's a good thing I can still do that pin foot attack and just pick him off like that. As the Pathfinder, I just love pressing that B button and spamming that attack. But you kind of run into this problem where, see, right now I'm rather low on health. I'm definitely not going to make it through another battle, but I don't have any way of healing apart from medics and certain map runes. There was one right there that you may have noticed me getting healed from, but I don't see another one. Quite honestly, I don't know what they normally look like, so that is a little bit of a problem for me. Is the short guy over here? Yes, there's one of those short people over by the middle of the map. Now my one little bit of a complaint is that at times it's rather difficult to see what exactly is going on the field right now. Like the majority of the time there will be this like kind of just a mess of different people spamming their spells and laying down AoE heavy attacks like that, and it just goes everywhere. Like you can just see this person spinning around, putting an absolutely massive amount of CC onto the map. Get a few more volleys of arrows in there, and maybe as the Pathfinder we have a camouflage ability which will turn us invisible inside the spot for a little bit of time. I want to see if they press forward, and if they do, hopefully we'll be able to place down the trap and grab them. Let's go B. foot. Now that, I believe that camouflage ability also renders us invisible to them, so we can't actually see their health bars or anything, and I'm going to take a guess and say that that really helps us get the jump on them. Let's put 2 traps on their side of the bridge over here. Now, at the moment, you don't really have the ability to customize your hero all that much. That guy ran right into my trap. But later on, that will be a feature in the MMO, where the leveling up aspect of this game comes from inside the menu screen, where we can actually increase the ability of our what do you call them, characters over time by essentially completing these medals down here, which will give us EXP. They're just simply things such as surviving for a certain amount of time, or just killing a lot of people, pretty much. Another one of these assassin types. Let's see if we can pin him. I see my spell where my arrow shot hit him. It just didn't do anything to him, which is rather strange. You know, over a little bit of time, I'm actually getting the feel of these heroes now. Like, I can play this hero fairly proficiently, although with the learning rate at about an hour per hero, it's still one of the more complex games that I would say of the recent times. Let's help this assassin guy out. Blinding shot, which will blind the opponent. For some reason that binding arrow or pin foot arrow didn't necessarily work on that particular shot. Let's see if we can pin this guy down. Ah, that's fine. It would seem that if you jump, the shot doesn't actually hit you, which I guess makes sense, I suppose. And what you just saw there was that the assassin, being a nimble solo fighter, what they wanted to do was to make him be able to drag people into his stealth world, where stealth mode, pretty much. And by doing that, he can remove that support hero from the game for a little bit of time like that. And while he's inside that stealthy, they call it the shadow world, I can't necessarily help him out, and that assassin did exactly what assassins should be doing. They should be just picking off the support hero, so that while I did kill him, he did his job. He picked off the support, which is definitely more valuable than somebody, say, for the example of an assassin, right? See if we can just run in here and like pluck down a trap. Just kind of blow them up like that. I guess that kind of works. We're getting a ton of assists right now, so we're going 3-0, 15 assists, so that's not necessarily all that bad. I'd like to have a better way to just kind of judge my performance inside the TDM game, but that isn't very likely. Now this is very bad. Probably gonna die here, yeah. 2v1 and I was low on health. See, that's kind of what happens when the enemy team plays right. They picked off that support, and then I just couldn't do anything in terms of getting my health back up. And we have this guy who's just sitting on the sledge, firing his bullets, magical power bullet things. what do we have here? Gotta say, this guy really enjoys being where he's not supposed to be. Ah, that's why his team is all out here. So like I said, since we have the ability to just kind of single out targets, why not? Let's go for this shaman right here and just remove their support. Shaman's trying to heal his other teammate. He's gonna die fairly fast, and now we can just focus on picking off this guy. Another one of these vanguards, can't necessarily do anything about them, but it looks like the match is over, we win, which is pretty good, I guess, and I've gotten an absolute ton of EXP here. So let's actually take a look at the skill leveling portion of the game. So what I did there was that I just went to quick play, found the server, and did that. Well, let's go into level up, and let's go into that Pathfinder. And as you can see here, we have a ton of experience. I'm sitting at 18k, so now I can buy a few levels into the Pathfinder if I really enjoyed this entire class, and I think I did. So let's buy one level, which will give us some armor points. If I buy another level, it'll give us some customization points. It doesn't look like we have enough for the next level, but now we can spend some of that stuff in switching up our character. And how this system works is that in order for us to add something, we need to take it from something else. So if I wanted to get more, say, strength for some more health, I would be able to take that from my energy pool or my mana, and then say if I changed my mind, if I wanted to increase my base movement speed, I could put it into that. So it kind of keeps it balanced. I mean, you can specialize your 5 classes right now, later on 12, and it makes a system like that. So that's all for today. I'll see you guys later on, where we cover I'm thinking the assassin next, and then the vanguard. Until then, I guess. Bye bye.